Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Okay, well, don't know what that was. We're back in our survival world in Space Engineers 1. Still waiting for our first kind of content release for Space Engineers 2 before I get back into that. I know they're talking about a lot of things like survival and whatnot coming this year, which would be great. But I think there's probably still a couple creative mode updates that need to come first, like, functional doors and whatnot, conveyor systems, all that good stuff. So I don't know if we'll be seeing too much of that yet. I would be surprised if they don't end up canceling, or not canceling, but delaying some of those features into next year more. But, that all depends on what they have going on the back end. I know some games will have, like, the version that they're releasing as a beta. Even before it comes out, it's already out of date and, like, really old. Not really old, depends on the company, I guess, but so often there'll be a lot of bugs that got fixed or features that were added that just didn't make it into the official releases. And so that's where I'm not too sure what's going on with Space Engineers. Because if Space Engineers is like that, and, you know, when they launched creative mode, their real most current build of the game had, you know, some rough planets and survival mode and whatnot, then that's great. But if what they released with the first version was basically what they've got so far, then yeah, we could be looking at a very long time before we see anything new in Space Engineers 2. But I suspect the answer is probably more somewhere in the middle, where, like, they've got all these side projects going for Space Engineers 2, where they're like, you know, here's a world where we're just kind of messing around with planets. Ooh, I bet there's even, like, planet designers that have been working on some of the planets that we've seen being teased for the Almagest system. Almagest? We'll find out. And then there's probably, team working on the story mode and kind of getting the ball rolling on that, as well as obviously the water team. We've seen lots of stuff coming from the water team, and that's really cool stuff. But yeah, so I don't really know where Space Engineers 2 is at in development, because obviously what's in development versus what's available on Steam right now to play is very different, hopefully. So that's what we're waiting to see what happens. I never did do anything with this screen. I don't know if there's anything I want to do at this point. I kept hoping someone would just, like, put a step-by-step instructions in the comments on how to do what I needed to do, but I don't think there's anything we can do. We'll just put our faction icon. Oh, no faction found. Am I not in a faction? Doesn't appear to be. Let's... Ooh. If I create one, will the turrets take me out? It's a great question. Let me see if I can create a faction. Hold on. USS, United Survival Series, because there's stuff in this world that was in our previous survival series and stuff from that world in the series before that, so it's ongoing. Plus, we get to use USS then, which is, you know, an objectively good nomiker. Did they add new icons recently? I'm trying to remember if that was this game. Maybe it was another game entirely. Who knows? More saturation. I don't know what that icon is, but it looks cool, so we're sending it. Ta-da! Okay. Now, it's not a totally useless screen. Cool. Anyways, that was kind of a long rant here at the beginning. Brings us to today's episode. It's episode 50. And I feel like I should have planned better what we're gonna do, but I don't really know it yet at the moment. Obviously, our ship's here. I think that might be what we're gonna end up doing, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need to move it or something. Because I just don't think this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-ish block gap here is gonna be enough to build a ship on. Technically it is, right? You got 1 block for the roof, 1 block for the floor, and that leaves 2 blocks in the middle, but that's a pretty freaking cramped place to be. I don't know. Let me workshop it here. Let's see what we can whip out, and then I'll get back with you if I come up with anything to, narrate about while I'm doing it, I will of course let that happen, but this might just be me messing around with some blocks for a minute, so please hold. Oh no, we could go more. Look, if we can get 3 block spaces, that's good enough to me. Of course, this only being 1 block wide is not good, so. But yeah, I think there's room here. That might be an issue right there, but I don't think so, because I don't think these are connected. You can even see the little gap, or at least the off-center line, so we should be fine. I didn't receive too many comments on my last video about how to solve the asteroid problem, but that's okay. I'm an adult, I can solve my own problems. Just hoping someone has some good ideas. Yeah, I'd prefer not to have to restart at this stage, especially since I practically designed this whole system from scratch with planets and whatnot, but no asteroids is kind of a big deal. Anyways, I'll keep looking for suggestions if you guys have them on how to get asteroids into a world that has already been generated. I am all ears. With the sun going down, we'll go and refuel ourselves and turn it to daytime. Once more, it's daytime, in heavy air quotes. That's okay. Oh, I forgot to fill up my tank. Ah, there we go. Pretty proud of this guy. So I managed to sneak a upgradable H2O2 generator there. And then in the leftover spot, I put 3 cargo containers. So now we've got storage and hydrogen creation down. Gonna put a couple yield modules on this guy as well, because we might need it in space, especially space without any ice or asteroids. I thought I was so clever. This doesn't connect. It connects on one side, but not through our main connector there. We'd have to sacrifice a yield module. There we go. So now if I go and grab these girders, there we go. Okay, so I just needed to flip it. That's okay. Whew. I was as smart as I thought I was. Yay! So as I alluded to last time, building this ship vertically has been a challenge. Well, I didn't know it was going to be a challenge. Well, I suspected it would be. And my suspectations? Ooh, there's a word I'm definitely making up. Appears to be correct. This is melting my brain in new ways that I didn't know it would, so. But I think we're still having a good old time. So this would be our floor here. This is our airlock. Speaking of, we need some air to come through. If we need air, then we probably need an oxygen tank. Immediately that oxygen tank is filling up. Nice. Yep, and it's max. Okay, cool. We got oxygen. We need a med bay now. All right. All the necessities to keep the ship in space. I think I just realized I wanted this to be on the top, not the bottom. And I don't think it's... Oh, but I did put the windows in the ceiling. No, I think this is fine. I think this is how it would be. So that's good. Oh boy. It's ugly. It's ugly. It's so ugly, but it might be functional. So sometimes that's all you can hope for. Pop in through our airlock here. Got our bedroom, our O2H2 generator, some storage, and up top, our control seat. I feel like I have too many hours in Space Engineers to be building a ship this ugly. I guess time doesn't equal skill. This is why I use blueprints, because I clearly don't have the necessary skills to build myself. Anyways, what if we could make this silver? No, ew, what the? That didn't turn out right at all. How about this? Yeah, it's better. Well, let me sit and think about this for a second. All right, staring at it for 5 minutes didn't help. What it is a showpiece at the moment, which is sad because it's not even any very good looking. I was actually thinking of designing a river scraper to get us more ice. Not that we really need it. In fact, if we go into here, yeah, we're still making ice. Basically, it was gonna be like a bunch of cargo containers and a whole line of drills that'll just slowly demolish a line of river. In fact, let's do it. Why the heck not, right? I'm gonna get it a nice frozen armor texture. What color are we on? That's a dark red? Oh, okay. And I think it's gonna be what I'll attach here. All right, look at this monstrosity I built. It's basically a floating line of drills. We're gonna put a second one on this side, but I need to disconnect it first. But yeah, just designed to absolutely demolish that river we're heading towards. We'll see if one gyroscope is enough. I've made room for 2 in case we need to. But yeah, without further ado, let's disconnect this and see if it can support itself. All right, let me take you on a quick tour of this bad monstrosity here. So we got 3 large cargo containers, a line of drills. Let's see, that's 3, 6, 9 drills, which we're gonna duplicate on this side. We just need to let the batteries charge enough that we can actually, you know, support ourselves in the air and move away. Then we'll have 18 drills leading up to 3 cargo containers. Got 6 batteries, 2 large thrusters. I just realized we're gonna need multiple thrusters. Let me fill up my tank here, but yeah, just a couple maneuvering thrusters on all sides, and then I think we'll have a really cool river destroying ship here. All right, there we go. We've got all our thrusters in all directions. I broke it out into 2 gyroscopes there in the middle and switched to a bottom mounted cockpit, I should say, which I think is really cool. The large grid industrial cockpit is kind of a really cool block. But that being said, let's switch it not to be quite as cold. It could be a little battered though. So cool. All right, now we just gotta wait for our batteries to recharge here. And then we'll finish up our drills on this side, and then we'll take it out for a special mining run. All right, we got our 3rd ping on this battery. That's good enough for me. Setting these guys back to auto. And gonna do a quick save here. Hopefully we don't need it. Again, just for good measure. And disconnect. Okay. Didn't even stutter. Downright impressive. That's so beautiful. It's beautifully ugly. I think it's got too much gyro maybe too, but that's okay. Ooh, actually, while we're here, let's name it and set up our grids and whatnot. All right, we are loaded in. It's not quite what I imagined when I built this kind of boardwalk, but honestly, it's not too bad. All right, so now we just got to replicate this side on that side. All right, the drills are almost finished. There they are. Last thing we're gonna do here is just grind us back into a single gyroscope. The issue with too much gyroscope on a vessel like this is accidentally whipping the drills into the side of the walls, which we're gonna be trying to avoid at all possible. All right, let's give that there a whirl. Oh yeah, It's sluggish, but that's a good sluggish. We might need more batteries, actually. Using my up thrusters exhausts it pretty quickly, but in the meantime, let's grab all our drills here. I called the ship the Drilling Vengeance, which is probably cooler of a name than it deserves, but hey. I made it, so I get to name it. All right, we're gonna use the bottom thrusters here to get where we're going. There we go. Nice solid hop there to our ice river. There we go. Never mind. I was gonna say, oh, my drills are built wrong, but they weren't. It's just from a distance they're green until you zoom in and then they get frosty. It's annoying that they don't just do that out of the gate, but all right, whatever. I don't know why we keep flying upwards. All right, well, as you might imagine, it's a little unwieldy, but that's okay. It's going to be an absolute pleasure to turn this river into a giant hole. Okay, when I say river, it sounds like it's small, but it's really not. Once we get closer here, we find that this isn't even enough drills to do this in a decent amount of time. Anyways, shall we get started? Just like that, 100k ice. It's fantastic, truly. Yeah, this is nice. It's just effective, you know? I just keep doing some light taps on the D key at the moment, and we just slowly move and take out the ice as we keep rolling. I should have just built this from the get-go instead of the 2 other mining ships I made. Yeah, while the intent of this was to use on ice, using this on just like stone might also be enough to get us infinite resources too. Which is nice. A nice thought for sure. Just want to make sure we don't run out of power here too while we're at it. Okay. Yeah, this has been what, 5-ish minutes, and we're 3/4 of the way to 1,000,000 ice. I say this has been, oh, I didn't realize that our connector was on the ground. Yeah, that's sort of a accidental limitation we built into the ship, but frankly, this ship was already too OP. It needed handicaps. We're gonna return home with the load we've got and consider this a resounding success for our mission here. Looks like we've added more derelicts. Maybe I'll clean those up. Uh-oh. It's always intimidating when the game starts lagging as you're flying a big heavy load like this one. We are docked. Thrusters off, recharge on. There we go, ice getting sucked out. I am probably gonna fill all these tanks. Which I considered impossible. But we just are that good, you know? This little guy, I think, did pretty good for its first mission. The Mining Vengeance. It mined with a vengeance, alright. We are iced up. On the outside, too. I don't know why I did a nice skin on it. I think it looks nice. The ice looks nice. But yeah, that's good. That is good. Okay. So I think I'm gonna go get these derelicts and start knocking them out. But to do that, I want to build a ship that'll do it for us. So I found one in the workshop that I want to build. However, it is small grid. As you remember, we destroyed our small grid monstrosity so that we could one day build a better one. So here's that one day. Let's see, I want to adapt from large grid to small grid somehow. I think that's with merge blocks we can do that. Actually, no, merge blocks are for connecting to unconnected grids. Maybe with a piston? Because pistons can create subgrids. All right, I don't think this is, oh wait, yeah, so I think we break this guy. And then we go to the square piston. And then surely we could add a small head. Nope. That's just normal heads. So I think it's rotors then will be our next block to try it out with. And we'll use the advanced rotor so that it can convey parts. Add small head. Ah, there we go. Small grid. Voila. Oh, let's set that advanced rotor, which was number 2. We'll call this small project door. But yeah, rotor lock. Then what we'll do is we'll put this small grid battery on there and see if it starts recharging. Because that's going to be kind of the last little question on if this works or not. And we'll put our control panel right there so we can access it. Okay, yep, this battery here is recharging in 13 minutes. So yeah, this is simultaneously a small grid and a large grid connected. We did it! Okay, well, guess there's nothing left to do, but we need to have it connect to the small grid still. Let's see what we could do with some pistons. Small grids on small grids, baby. Okay, and we'll let these bad boys extend here. And looks like it's about to be dark soon, so I'd like it to line up about here. So wherever it stops, yeah, so just one extra that we didn't need. Getting a little bit of wiggle here, but I think that's just fine. So let's open this guy back up, and we're gonna throw these all under a group. We're gonna set these pistons to 0.2. Just to be a hair more efficient. Now we can hit reverse again. And we're extended. And voila. Alright. Let me go make it daytime here by sitting in the old cryopod. Okay, well that's disappointing. It's the build I built this whole thing for has subgrids, so half the ship isn't there. Let's see if we can't find another one then. Okay, why is this not working? I have lined it up pretty freaking good, if I may say so myself. Got a reverse button here and then a stop so I can get it going the right direction and then just kind of keep spamming stop, but then this guy just doesn't stop. I wonder if I need to like toggle landing gear too. Let's see how long this goes, then I'll stick a landing gear on this side to like plant it. Alright, it descends. I should probably get a landing gear on here. That's close. The problem is it's I'm pretty sure if I drop it a block, well actually no. That's all we need to worry about is yeah. Alright, this works. Alright. Slow descent. Come on, baby. Okay, well. Did decide to raise things, but did this solve this problem? Let me try reversing it and spamming. Oh, except for that's not gonna work because we've got a landing gear here. This was such a good idea. I don't know how to make it work or why it isn't even working in the first place. I wonder if I need to take it off that right angle piston. Just attach it straight to the projector there. Let's do a quick test with that. Okay, that did it. So that was the problem. Yeah, okay, that's locked on even when it's moving. So this bottom part isn't necessary at all. Cool, okay. Lesson learned. So you don't need to, or you shouldn't even use a right angle projector to get it out. You just need to, adding a subgrid attached to a subgrid will always make it too unstable. Okay, turn back on our build and repair, let it clean that up, and then we're gonna line this guy up a little better, and then we'll build it. There we go. There's a lot of weight being put on these pistons here, but I don't think there's actually any mechanics that would cause the piston to like explode or something if it broke from the weight, so we should be good. Look at that. It even is lined up and ready to connect. We're just gonna switch this guy's connector right now. Boom. Locked on. So anyways, now that we've finally got this far, I should probably explain what this is. This was on the workshop homepage this week. It is a unmanned salvage drone. So we're gonna actually experiment with this because I'm not too good with remote control ships. So I'm excited to get good with this one. I think we're out of interior plates, so let me queue up a bunch of those. It does use hydrogen, as you might see, but we're also at the point where hydrogen is no longer a concern. Says that ship, and says that ship. So I think we'll be fine. We will survive. All right, just finished here, looks like. I hope I can flip this, actually. Yeah, I think that's the only side thruster. Cool. We might need to grab another ship and use it to pick it up. Okay, and our station does have that antenna, so I should be able to reach this guy. Oh, should probably disconnect this first. Oh, and we can retract. Now that's nifty, guys. Look at that. Ah. I forgot to turn this into like a cargo container or something so that it could connect cargo-wise. That's okay. That's what this connector is mainly for, so should be fine. Okay, so now if we remote access, let me see if I can disconnect this guy real quick. It should have plenty of hydrogen in the thrusters now, but I need to disconnect it so that I can reach it. Okay, yep. Let's rename this to salvage drone. And now let's see if we can't reach it. We can. Remote access, control. Wonder why it's not working. Do I need to be sitting at a command seat to do it? Let's just throw this bad boy here and see if that'll do it. Yep, that was the kicker. Let's see what's on here. Hydrogen tanks. Okay, that didn't work. It's just does not have the thrust it needs to get off of here. So we're gonna retrofit this guy with a connector, or probably just a landing gear since that's convenient. And what we'll do is we will use this to lift this guy up high enough and then rotate it. Why is this? There you go. And there we go. So now we're gonna try and rotate it over so that the correct thrusters take over. And there we go. Maybe. Aha! Hopefully that grabbed enough hydrogen so I can put this thing down real quick. Okay. Let's take control now. Okay, yeah, we do actually have enough thruster, or enough hydrogen. So I think this is designed to go parked on that side. Or is that the back one? Is there a back connector? Yeah. So that's the connector it's trying to use. I say let's accommodate it. Where could we plug this in? Probably right here. All right, now we'll grab our salvage drone and let's fly it over this way. Oh no, why didn't this finish welding up? Are the building repairs on? I'm pretty sure they are. Construction components. I made like 3,000 of those this episode already. We'll make 6,000 now. All right, that's all completed. Back to this guy again. There we go. All right, so now I say we let's go try salvaging one. That one's 5 kilometers away. So is that one. Let's go to this one. Actually, hold on. I need to make sure my antenna is broadcasting far enough. Yeah, let's set it to 10,000. There we go. We'll see how the hydrogen holds up. I don't have super high hopes for it, but we'll find out. I also have no idea if this derelict, it might have weapons on it. We might be about to get shot out of the sky. We'll do kind of a flyby a little bit, or not. I think it's shooting at me. Yeah. The music changed, and those explosions are very internal. Well, let's go see if any of these derelicts are disarmed. If not, we'll have to do a run where we go through. Well, that's probably going to make them despawn if we go to them and then take out the weapons and then leave. I don't know where we're getting all these stutters from. Game is not very smooth right now. It's okay, I guess. Oh. What are those? It looked like rockets, but what could it... I don't know what it's shooting at. Let's see if we can't disarm this one. Nope. Ah! We're charging in. One down. Two down. Three down. How is there a turret in the voxel? That's cheating. Okay. I don't want to go in front of that. I don't know how effective this is, if it's effective at all, but we are getting stuff, and we have storage, so I guess I'll just kind of keep breaking stuff. I also don't know how much damage we took from our encounter with the turrets, so, but hey, I am remote controlling a ship and using it to salvage something 5 kilometers away from the base. Can't knock that, I guess, yeah. Is that a projector or a warhead? Better be a projector. I think I handled myself rather well. We were under attack by like 5 turrets at once, and I managed to keep my cool. And I'm gonna be able to complete the mission because of it. Unless I get cocky now. It only has 1 grinder on it, which makes this kind of a slow ordeal, but it seems effective to me. Alright, I think that's good enough. Definitely made a sizable dent. But again, we're running out of hydrogen, and I don't know the extent of the damage we took, so let's take it back and see what our spoils were. Alright, now we bring this bad boy in for a landing. I can hear our building repairs going, so that's probably the only thing that would have made this ship, well, not the only thing. I have notes. I was gonna say, a projector would have been a real benefit to this guy. Oh yeah, we got chewed up. We got pretty lucky that we didn't, you know, lose one of these pontoons or whatever hanging off the side here. I bet there are like tanks and stuff in there. Yeah, hydrogen tanks. So yeah, losing those would be pretty brutal. Let me see if I can assist the welding here. And you know, I don't think we lost any blocks even, actually. No, I think we nailed that, actually. Oh, I thought the grinder was off to the side the whole time, like over here. That's why I was kind of aiming weird when I was grinding, but it's right above. That makes it easy. Anyways, that's where we're gonna call it for today here. Been recording longer than I intended to, but I wanted to accomplish a little extra on our 50th episode of the series. Built our ship there. It's ugly. I don't think I'll ever use it, but it's there. Now the launch pad is not totally empty. We built this ship, which I'm much more proud of. It's a giant river-eating mining machine. Very, very much a fan of it. The aesthetic and whatnot. It's a little cold looking for up here, but it's fine. We redesigned this. This is probably the coolest thing we did. This episode, though it's not perfect. This battery needs to be replaced with a cargo container so that it can connect through. Oh, in fact, never mind. This rotor isn't even conveyed up, so never mind. This is just fine. I would have to redo the whole thing in order to get it to connect, but that's good enough for now. And then last but not least, we built our salvage drone, which was effective. We got a bunch of resources. In fact, oh yeah, I didn't check the haul. Medium cargo container. Yeah, looks like that's what we got. Pretty solid haul, if you ask me. We even got some rockets from that one rocket launcher we managed to disable before it fired all of the ammo it had. So we're gonna move this into there and call that a success. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. Leave a comment down below with any suggestions. Remember to like and subscribe. What just hit me? Oh, thruster's there. I was standing on it. Remember to like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. We're growing, steadily growing. Once we get to 1,250 subscribers, we'll do another live stream event, which it's been too long since I did my last one, so I'm excited to get back into the streaming with you guys. But yeah, again, any suggestions for how we get asteroids in our world now that we've created it without it? That is probably the #1 suggestion I'm looking for, but all suggestions are certainly welcome at this stage. But yeah, thank you guys so much again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.